Well, howdy ho, good neighbor. It is apparent that I'm at Nob Hill. That's right, I got the drone on my back, but it's a little too wet in the air to fly. And the reason I'm at Nob Hill, well, let's pick you up. And you will see right in my background, let's see. Yep, Nob Hill. Now, I don't know if people have been smashing into that store. That's not while I'm here. But usually when you see wood like that, smashed up like that, that means that there was a stolen car smashed into the store. But that's not why we're here at Nob Hill in Alameda. This is a disclosed location. As you can see, yes, the water, the fog is a little wet today, but I was watching the news and look what I see. We have a ship that is sinking. That's correct. All this tape is here for a reason. So we're going to get a good look at as soon as this water comes up. Yep, there it is. We can see it here. I think we're not the only ones that come to look at it. So, yeah, that boat has been sunk. Now, I don't know how it got sunk, but yeah, like I said, it's in the news. There's the old Park Street Bridge, and you see this tape right here. They're going to keep me from going over there, but that drone will not keep me. So yeah, look at that thing. They got the old, we'll do the old, they got the crew out there looking, and you can almost smell the oil in the water. So let's get over, I guess that's all taped off too. So let's get the selfie stick in the air. And yeah, here we go. Selfie stick activate. Yeah, you can see all that ship is leaning over. And the crows are still using it. So let's take a gander at those crows. Yeah, they're right there, still on the wire. I guess that's why they call that a crow's nest at the top of that thing. But there you go, it's heading off to Betty's, isn't it? And all these people are wondering, how are we gonna fix this thing? So they're taking pictures and going, how are we gonna pull this up? That's their job, to right this boat. But unfortunately, the tape is in my way. So this person's taking camera shots, but I think I'm gonna go over there and get that camera shot because you can get the good angle of the water. But selfie stick, activate, activate. There you go, as high as I can go. Yeah, that ship's been in a couple of my videos. So we'll see what happens here. But yeah, you got the buoys out there and you got all that water sock. Yeah, I guess you call that oil sock at this point. They call them booms, I think, some kind of boom. Okay, let's collapse the selfie stick and let's go over here where these people are. Now, how did this boat sink? I don't know. You just don't have a boat just sink in the middle of the night. That is a suspicious. Now, is there insurance involved? I don't know. But yeah, you can see that all this is taped off for some reason or another. But I'm gonna walk down this little trail. Now, if those people are down there, then why can't I go down there? It always just takes one, right? One lawbreaker. But you could smell the oil in the water, that's right. So if you were down here, you could smell the oil in the water. So here she goes. Did she just cross that tape? She sure did. She just walked right past the tape. She didn't even do it the legal way. All right, well, I'm not going to tell on anybody, but there's that boat. Here's a good angle of it. The Alameda Dragon Flyers. That's where they usually get in there and they row this boat. Man, that smells like oil. So there is a good screenshot. I think I'll take a picture of that right there. Cut. Okay, it is apparent that I did get a screenshot of that ship in the ocean there. So like I said, everybody's taking pictures here today and seeing what they can see. So let's see her take a picture. Yep, she's got that perfect shot, doesn't she? Okay. So she's taking a picture of that, and I'm taking a picture of that. Good for you. All right, so there it is. The Alameda shipwreck. All right, so I'm gonna go to where I always fly my drone. There is the glass plant. This is why I'm here today, because the glass plant is getting deconstructed. You can almost see right through it, right there. That is supposed to go all the way through. Not anymore. So I'm gonna go take some drone video of that without any misters. So we're gonna go get, but the sun is coming out a little bit, so we're gonna get some misters. No misters, but the sky is misting a little bit. So, all right, we'll get a 2-for-1 and get a drone shot. Now you're asking, why do you have this camera on your chest? This is just in case somebody comes up to me all of a sudden and says, hey, what are you doing when you're flying your drone? So that's why I have this camera on my chest, just for security purposes. All right, let's go get the drone in the air at the secret location. You know where that secret location is. I usually fly right under that bridge and over Knob Hill. And once in a while, I fly right by this ship. So this is the last time you'll see this ship right here, that's for sure. They got to pull this out of the water. Let's get a little zoom in while I have the zoomer. Look at that.
Well, I've been working on boats for 44 years. I spent 16 years in Alaska. I'm still alive. I went up the Amazon. Yeah, I went up the Amazon River 1,963 miles to Iquitos, Peru. You know Iquitos?
All right, there you go. That guy's a sailor for 30 years. And you got to be a special man to live on a boat like that. All right.
With a pocket full of money.
Okay, well, people have been seeing this on the news, so they're coming out. She just gave me a stare down like, what are you filming? Hey, listen, if you're going to be out in public, you're going to be on camera. Get used to it. All right, let's go get the drone in the air. I can still feel a little bit of mist. Yeah, you don't really want to fly when there's mist, but we're getting there. I can kind of see the sun coming out, peeking through the clouds, as they say. So we're here at my favorite spot, and you can see that this is drawing attention here. So a lot of people are going to come see this boat today, and it doesn't look like it moves fast. And there's the cleanup crew. Let's go look at him. He's got all the soaking stuff up. Yep, this is his job. Let's go look at him, and then we'll end this video and go get the drone in the air. So believe it or not, there is a job for people who have, what do you call that? Emergencies. So Republic Services, well, they come out with all their boom and their oil sucking material, and this is what they're doing here. And the security, well, he's got to keep everything nice and secure, make sure no one actually gets on the boat. There's probably looters on the boat that loot the boat. So there you go. Look at him string that stuff out. That's how you do it. You throw it. So he's going to clean all that junk up. You can smell the oil. You can smell it. So he is doing something. So as I can still feel the mist on my glasses, so that's not a good thing. That is not a good thing to have mist on your glasses. If you're going to fly this drone, well, that's one gate for sure. All right. I'd like to get over across this, but I don't think I will. There's a light to light up all the action. All right, one last look at the crow's nest. Yep, that'll be coming down. I don't know if that boat, it looks like that whole mast has turned. I don't know if it's supposed to turn like that. I don't know. All right, let's go get the drone in the air. We've talked enough. Looks like somebody's been feeding these pigeons because they're not scared of anybody. So there you go. Like I said, there's people coming out to see this thing now. You could see over there. Looky-loos, as we call them. All right, he's gone. All right, here we go. Could this be a Darren that I'm talking about? I don't know. So more suck-up material he's got. He's got a job to do. Well, that's nice of the security guard helping out. All right, everybody's leaving. They've seen enough of that ship. I haven't. I haven't seen enough. So I'm going to get the drone in the air and see how close we can get. See, that yellow tape will keep the normal person out. But yeah, who's following me? Who's following me? Oh, he's going to show them a picture of his boat. He's still talking to those people about sailing around the world. All right, let's get the drone in the air and see what we can see with a boat in the water. You don't get to see this every day at Knob Hill. All right, let's get it in the air. Well, howdy ho, good neighbor. Today, we're flying high above Alameda Knob Hill, that's right. You know why we're here? The ship has sunk. We have lost a historic ship. I was listening to the local news today, or watching it, should I say, and they said Alameda has a ship that has sunk in the middle of the night in suspicious circumstances. So I'm always curious of what a sunken ship looks like, and of course my hair goes up on the back of my neck when it's suspicious in the middle of the night. Now this old ship has been here for as long as I can remember, just docked right outside this supermarket. And for some reason in the middle of the night on Memorial Day weekend, it just sunk, or should I say started sinking. So they woke up in the morning and saw the masts all tipped over and heading off to Betty's. That's right, that mast is not straight up anymore. So you can see, when I heard about this, I had to get the drone up in the air just to take a little bit of footage of this historic sunken ship. Now, the problem with this is it's going to be hard to get that out of the water. And the news says there was up to 400 gallons of diesel fuel on that ship. But they also said it was pretty much contained, which I have a hard time believing. When I was there, I could really smell the diesel and the oil in the bay. So it is a sad sight to see when this old boat has contaminated that beautiful estuary with birds and other wildlife creatures. So on this day, they had it all taped off and they were not letting you get close to it. And you can see right there the oil sheen out of the way of the boom. So they are not containing all that oil. Even on the news, of course, they said it wasn't that bad. And I guess it's not that bad in perspective compared to like the Exxon Valdez or something like that. So everything is in a perspective. But you can see that oil sheen all around that boat or ship. I guess when they're that big, they turn into a ship. And when they have masses that big, they turn into a ship. Well, I have a little spoiler alert. I went back in the afternoon and this ship is almost completely sunk, believe it or not. So what you're looking at right here, you will never see again, because this ship is completely underwater as the afternoon hit. But there was a lot of people there working on how to contain the oil, and there was a lot of people trying to secure the area, and not many people were answering questions. Later in the day, the wind started picking up and blowing that stuff around. And the news also said that they're worried about those masses breaking off. You can see that the boat did a good job of destroying the dock. The dock is all destroyed. That used to be a good, strong dock. And now, with the boat taking on water, it just seems like when it fell, well, it destroyed that dock with it. So I will probably make a 2-part video of this video along with the afternoon video to just show the dramatic change in how much this boat has sunk. Now, I don't think it can sink anymore because that is a shallow estuary there. There's not a lot of depth to that Oakland estuary. And it seems to me that boom should be pulled out more. That yellow boom should be pulled out more and catch more of the oil, but what do I know? So I wish I had a name for that boat, because I would give it a name. I guess I'll call it the Nob Hill Schooner. But they would not let me get close enough to see the name. You know, I almost did a video on this ship all by itself, and I just never got around to it. You just think it's always going to be there, and just like everything, as soon as you put it off, well, that's what happened. Now the boat's sunk, and I'll never make that a video, except for the poor boat being pulled out. Hopefully I can see that. Well, as I end this video on Memorial Day morning, that's right, Monday, Memorial Day, 2025, the year of our Lord, this is what the glass plant looks like today. And just like that boat, it will not look like this for long. So I'm going to keep my eye on that boat, and hopefully I'll get them pulling it out, or that'll be a miss. But this, look at what I captured. That's right, the whole east side of this glass plant is completely gone. So that is what the Oakland glass plant looks like on Memorial Day, 2025. Well, that is a sight to see, and so is that boat in the water. A couple of things in the same shot. that are coming to the end of their life. I really don't think that they will rescue that boat. That boat has probably seen its last days along with this building. All right. Well, there you go. The Oakland glass plant. And what did I call it? Oh, yeah, the Nob Hill Schooner sailboat. Both on their last days on this earth. Well, that's about it for me, and I'm sure it is for you. So as always, stay tuned, because I did make another drone shot of this ship completely sunk in the afternoon. So there will be more videos on both of these two subjects. The Nob Hill Schooner ship sinking. All right, everybody. As always, I want to thank you again for coming along with me on these Nob Hill ship sinking adventures. You know the drill. Peace, love, and all that hippie jazz. Bye-bye, everybody.